invasion of Venezuela is a violation of all aspects of international law. Bombing a sovereign state, killing people, and kidnapping its president is the behavior of a cowboy state. It's shameful. Shameful that this government still refuses to condemn this reckless act of war. It speaks volumes that our Prime Minister chose not to come to the House this week to explain his decision. And it's an act of sheer spinelessness that this government cannot stand up and simply tell Donald Trump, you are wrong. The truth is that the double standards and hypocrisy and who international law applies to is plain for all to see. And the cowardly, craven approach is dragging our country's reputation through the mud abroad whilst doing irreparable damage to trust and democracy at home. Most importantly though, it is putting millions of lives at risk. As we found out this week, Trump's gangster politics is not being constrained to Venezuela. Cuba and Colombia are under threat. These countries have long traded their natural resources to invest in education, public services, and healthcare against US dominance. Trump's national security strategy extends beyond Latin America with plans to support the installation of far-right parties across Europe, and he has Greenland in his sight, making clear that this is all about control over resources, geography, security, not just across countries alone, but across entire regions. As I speak, US oil companies are already holding meetings about extraction and profits from Venezuelan oil. Millions of people across Latin America and beyond do not want to be controlled by the interests of a superpower. And that's why we are standing here today to say not in our name, no to attacks on Venezuela, and no to US wars in Latin America and beyond. We stand for anti-war internationalism, and we will build the biggest movement in all of our communities, in our trade unions, across all of our campaigns, and in Parliament itself to stop this imperialist aggression. For some, the idea of Britain still possessing a sort of global influence is something to cherish, and were we not to involve ourselves in actions such as that of the US at present, we may lose such influence. But we must and we will resist this narrative. And instead, we will keep fighting for a world where any power held by Britain is used to promote peace across our world. To confront acts of imperialism and that continue to be pursued around the world, not bolster and not support it. Our movement is for peace and for the rights of all people across Latin America and beyond to determine their own future. Our solidarity is with the people of Latin America and indeed people in the United States and beyond, standing up to Donald Trump and his imperialist aggression.